This is Dr. Mears for IB Algebra 1. This video is on combining like terms. The directions state simplify each expression. I'm going to rewrite the expressions. They might be a little blurry. You have this same worksheet, so please work along with me. We have 7a plus 6 minus 3a. And in your ISN, the first step was to draw lines to separate each term with including the operation in front of that number, and then to rewrite the like terms 7a minus 3a and plus 6 in separate columns, and then do your arithmetic. 7 minus 3a is going to be 4a. There's no other term to include, so it's plus 6. This is your answer. The 6 does not have a variable located next to it. It's not an a, so we cannot add those two. Let's try number 2 together. Number 2 says 9p minus 10p. Well, if we separate them, we see that they're actually like terms, so it is 9p minus 10p. 9p minus 10p gives us negative 1p, and that is our answer. Number 3. Number 3 has a negative sign in front of the parentheses. I'm going to leave a space there. I'm going to rewrite this over. Parentheses 10x plus 5. Now I'm going to input my ones, and you're going to hear me say that when we have a number that does not look like it's there, we're going to insert our 1, and this is really negative 1 times 10x and negative 1 times 5, and what I just said was a distributive property. And so we need to get rid of these parentheses. That's how we simplify an expression. And in order to do that, we do negative 1 times 10x, which is negative 10x, negative 1 times positive 5, which is going to be negative 5. These are not like terms. The 5 does not have an x located next to it, so there is nothing else to combine, and that is our answer. Moving on to number 4, we have 9 parentheses 1 minus 5k. This 9 is linked to the parentheses again by multiplication, so we are going to use the distributive property. It's going to be 9 times 1, which is 9, 9 times negative 5k, which is negative 45k. These are not like terms, so we cannot combine them, so that is your answer. Down to number 5, we have 10n plus 6 times the quantity 5 plus 6n. First, we're going to have to simplify these parentheses, meaning we're going to have to get rid of them. So I like to drop down my 10n. I like to drop down my term that's in front so I do not forget about it. Then we are going to take this positive 6 and we're going to distribute, just like we did in those previous examples. Positive 6 times positive 5 is positive 30. Positive 6 times positive 6n is positive 36n. Now, if we play our little game where we're doing our separations, we're going to be able to combine our like terms, 10n plus 36n and positive 30. And we're going to get 46n plus 30. So we combine the 10n and 36n to get 46n, and there's nothing to combine with the 40, and this is going to become, there was nothing to combine with the 30, so 46n plus 30 becomes our answer. If I'm going a little too fast, remember, you can always pause, go back, and re-listen to what I've said. Okay, for this one, negative 5 times the quantity 2n plus 6 plus 2n. Again, the first thing is to remove the parentheses. We do that by using our distributive property. Negative 5 times positive 2n is negative 10n. Negative 5 times positive 6, and notice I'm using that operation in front, minus 30. And then let's drop down our plus 2n. This was only linked to these parentheses by addition, so we are not going to be distributing that. We're just going to be dropping it down. So we have our little game again. We separate. Negative 10n. Who else has an n? This positive 2n. Negative 10, positive 2 equals negative 8n. We have negative 30. There is nothing to combine with that, so we bring it down, minus 30. This is going to be our answer. These are not like terms, so negative 8n minus 30 is your answer. Our last two, let me rewrite. Negative 5 times negative 8x minus 9 minus 2 times 3x minus 4. Okay, we have two sets of parentheses. So let's deal with each of them separately. First, let's take care of this negative 5. We are going to distribute that. So negative 5 times negative 8x is positive 40x. Negative 5 times negative 9 is positive 45. That takes care of this set, so I'm going to cross it out. I love crossing things out. Now what I have left that you see is my negative 2. And I'm going to get rid of this set of parentheses by multiplying. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. Oops, I'm sorry. We're not using n's, we're using x's. And negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. Notice how I brought down that symbol. We now separate so that we can combine like terms. 40x, what else looks like 40x? Are minus 6x. So we can cross those out, crossing things out. 45, that's a positive, and positive 8. So let's see what this comes out to be. 40x minus 6x is going to be actually, yep, that's right. 40x minus 6x is going to be 34x, and then 45 plus our 8 is going to be positive 53. So 34x plus 53, that's our answer. We cannot combine anymore because this does not have an x. And I'm going to leave the camera on that. If you want to pause, that's a lot of writing. You might want to rewind that and watch it again. All right, moving on to the last one. We have 9a plus 2 minus 6, negative 3a minus 5. Again, let's deal with the first set of parentheses. We're going to multiply. 9 times a is 9a. 9 times positive 2 is positive 18. Cross that out. We're done of that. Circle my negative 6. We're going to distribute that now to its set of parentheses. Negative 6 times negative 3a, positive 18. Don't forget that a. Negative 6 times minus 5, negative 5 is positive 30, because negative and a negative gives you that positive, because we're multiplying. Here we go with our game. Let's divide. Remember, the sign is in front of that number here. So let's write down our like terms. Let's start with the 9a. Who else has an a? This 18a. 18a. Out, out. Love crossing things out. Who else do we have? We have this positive 18. We have this positive 30. Out, out. So we're going to get, this is a positive 18a right here, remember? Sorry, this is about right here. So 9 plus 18 is going to give us 27a. And let me make sure that that looks like an 18 for you, because that was plus. There we go. And we have 18 plus 30, which gives you a positive 48. Please notice that I always have operations separating. If it's a plus, it's positive, that's what's here. So please, please, please remember your operations. So here's the last one. Here's number 8. Please feel free to stop, review, rewind, look at it again, copy it down, call me over, ask me questions. This is Dr. Mears, and this has been Combining Like Terms.